What's up? What's up? What's up? Facebook, YouTube, and everybody else out there. This is your girl, Teresa B, coming to you live and direct from the Heat Seekers. Woo, 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 woo. This is our first show for our third season. I am so excited to start it off tonight with Miss Jaida Aneese. She came on here to bring the heat. So for those of you that are out there in La La Land, Roku Land, TV Land, listen up. We got about 30 minutes of pure goodness. Pure goodness. Hey, Miss Jaida, how are you?
Hello, I'm grateful to be here. I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing well. I'm trying to get this lighting right over here. It's just not doing.
Yeah, it's a little.
Yeah, a little dark over here, ain't it? Like I'm romancing the stone over here. It is finally good to meet you. I have been talking to your person for a couple of weeks now, trying to get this scheduled, and I am so glad that you have taken the time out to be on my show today. So I want to get right into it because I am overwhelmed and overjoyed that you are here. I want to know, first off, how did you start off in the music industry? Uh-oh.
A kid, I've always was walking around singing and stuff, and then as I got into middle school, I started writing, and it never took it seriously until like 2017. In middle school, I wrote a song and could never finish it, and I was working with my uncle, 314, and he told me, he splashed some water in my hand from a red Solo cup, and he was like, you'll feel it. He was like, just let me know, and you can come back and record or whatever. And so then years later, like come 2017, like in high school, I started writing seriously and trying to genuinely learn the art and writing and making music. So after that, then I got connected with my other uncle, Jimmy B. He's a jazz artist. He's actually top on the charts right now, top 4 on the jazz charts. So shout out to him for that. And he introduced me to some my Houston team in Texas. Eddie Ferguson, Jay Tell, some writers, Chloe, and we have a little group going on there. So from there, we made Liquid, and we have more to come. So that's kind of how it all started.
Okay, so that's your only single that you have out currently?
Yes, currently.
Okay, well, it's a dope.
But we're working on a
start
lot
off
of
with.
stuff coming soon, so it's going to be great.
Yeah, so who's the actual producer?
Eddie Ferguson, and then
Eddie
vocal
Ferguson.
produced by Jay Tell, yeah.
Okay, cool. So once you saw that you had this talent, did you start trying to play instruments, or was it just vocal?
Yeah, on and off, but not long enough. But yeah, I started playing guitar at one point, but I never got back to picking it up, which is something I do. I'm gonna get back into that, so you might see me on the guitar a little bit too.
Did you have any chorus classes or anything in high school, or?
No, I never really took. I mean, like other than the mandatory choir classes that we had in middle school, I didn't take any singing classes or lessons.
Okay, and was there
I would
any
love to get into that though, for sure, in the future.
Okay, and was there any church background? Any?
Mm-mm.
No.
No, I did. I grew up. I went to a Christian school, but I wasn't like locked in with any churches. Just the ones around the area.
Okay, cool. So were you one of those kids that walked around the neighborhood singing all the time, skipping to the store, getting your little penny candy and singing your little tunes, or?
Honestly, no. Like as a kid, I was kind of like, it was more in a teenager. I kind of got embarrassed at one point of, having that dream to be a singer, because I've had it ever since I was a kid. And as I got older, I'm like, okay, people around me, like, they don't want to be pop stars anymore. They're kind of growing up. Like, okay, so I kind of didn't want to share that was my dream. So for a while, I kind of like just kept it to me and my family, and but then eventually once I like kind of learned it's not about what everybody else thinks of you, you have to follow your dream, because I am from a smaller town, so it's not as common. So finally just branching out to what you want to be despite anything, I think is huge. So not a lot of people knew when I was younger that was one of my interests, other than the people who were around me the most.
Okay, so who do you think you model after? If you have an artist.
I definitely try my dad. I think he's one of my biggest influences. Just his work ethic, and he's always motivating me, especially with music. So I would say definitely him.
Yeah, and he's a jazz artist, correct?
That is my uncle.
Your uncle.
My
Okay.
Uncle Jimmy is a jazz artist. Yes, I hope to be up after him. Shoot, billboards. So proud of him. It's crazy.
So what genre is your dad in? Did he actually make music, or was it just the uncle?
He's not. He was more behind the scenes.
Just behind the scenes, kind of
Yeah.
like your manager, or so
Yeah.
to speak. Okay.
Yep.
We need to get dad on the mic. I'm just saying.
Yeah, we do. We do. He'll definitely throw the business at you.
Do you have siblings that sing, or anybody else in your family that has a gift for singing?
No, none of my siblings, honestly, surprisingly, they don't sing. But they love music, you know. I think my dad can sing pretty well, but he won't, you know. He used to back in the day. He used to have a little group that he sung in. He looked like the little guys from Jackson 5. He was one of those little. Now he's bald, but he was one of those. That was his style back then. So he had a little artist career his teenage years.
Okay. And have you had any experience, not experiment, experience in being on actual live shows?
I've had a few radio interviews. One big one with Ray Daniels that was live, and a couple over webcam that was live. But live shows, I have not performed yet. I have not performed live. I have not performed on stage in a video yet. So that's all to come, and it's very new still. So I'm excited to see everything that we have a lot planned. So it's gonna be cool.
So how big is your team?
Right now we're growing. I mean, you know, we have our production team. And we have my uncle. He's working kind of, you know, on the management side, helping out a lot with that. But right now it's pretty small. We just have a group in Houston, and you know, we're all putting our resources together, and we continue to grow. You know, with AmpU helps with Spotify, and we have a lot of different aspects. But we're definitely growing. The more I get up into Houston.
Okay. So if you had an ideal girl group or solo artist that is current right now that you wanted to work with, who would it be?
Man, I would love to get in the studio with her. I would love to write with her, or LMA, and Rihanna. I would say those are my top idols right now that I would love to work with.
Those are some very good choices. I would love to work with them too. And what about males? Do you have any males that you would want to do like a duet with?
I like Chris Brown. I would say even just like a Sam Smith, like just kind of switch up the vibe. And yeah, I think those would be the top two. It would be Chris Brown and Sam Smith.
Okay, okay. And if you had a choice, because we all have choices when we make music, would you go into any other genre than the one that you're working in right now?
I would probably steer more R&B. Right now I'm more pop R&B, but I think if it was kind of a choice for one, I would definitely choose R&B over the pop side.
Okay, cool, cool, cool. So introduce your video to the audience. Tell them about your song and what the video was talking about.
Yeah, so I dropped my first single, Liquid, this year, and it's pretty much just about a carefree young love, and how, you know, they make you so butterflies. You just want to melt to liquid. You get so excited about it. And it got a lot of love. We got 52,000 views the first week. 52,000 YouTube subscribers, 32.9K on Spotify. So the feedback was great, and I'm so thankful for that and excited that everybody loves it. It's just a fun, boppy song. So here you go.
So I saw something about TikTok. Tell me about
Yes.
that. Is that how you got discovered? Or
Yeah, that was the one of the biggest hits was on TikTok. It was a prank video of my Siri voice. That hit almost 15 million, and we got almost like 230,000 followers from that. And it was just overnight, honestly. I mean, posted it as a joke, and I think the viral voice, you know, of the Siri, it just, if I was crazy, it was overnight. Like, woke up and everything was just blown up. So that it definitely, like, I was doing music prior to, but that was one of the things that gained the most traction. So that was amazing.
Wow. So I know the audience wants to hear about the song Liquid.
Yes.
Makes you melt. I'm a little old. I don't know nothing about melting into liquid, but you know. You youngins, y'all know how that works. We're gonna go ahead and play Miss Jaida Aneese's video. Again, she's an up and coming artist. She has her first single out called Liquid, and she's doing such an awesome job. So we're gonna go ahead and play it, and we're gonna get down in the dungeon for a few minutes.
Something about the way we click, something new. The attraction, goofiness when you come through. Shirt off your back, last bite of food. You my baby, nobody comes close to you. I'm so addicted, vibes when we kick it. Vibes when we kick it. Swear you the slickest, body turns to liquid. Body turns to liquid. I'm so addicted, vibes when we kick it. Vibes when we kick it. Swear you the slickest, body turns to liquid. Body turns to liquid. Can't get enough, I really want. Right beside me, my shotgun. Wanna hold you all night long. Sing you to sleep to my song. Like baby, go to sleep. I'm so addicted, vibes when we kick it. Vibes when we kick it. Swear you the slickest, body turns to liquid. Body turns to liquid. I'm so addicted, vibes when we kick it. Vibes when we kick it. Swear you the slickest, body turns to liquid. Liquid.
I'm so addicted, vibes when we kick it. Swear you the slickest, body turns to liquid.
I'm so addicted, vibes when we kick it. Vibes when we kick it. Swear you the slickest, body turns to liquid. Body turns to liquid. I'm so addicted, vibes when we kick it. Vibes when we kick it. Swear you the slickest, body turns to liquid. Liquid.
That was nice.
Thank you.
Now, who was that little boy coming out that water with his little hand? Who was that?
Blue thing, yeah.
Your little boo thing. That's why you turning into liquid. He
Hey, it's the vibes.
He a little cutie. And where are you located again? You're in Texas?
Ohio. I'm located in Ohio. Yeah.
Oh, you're in
fly up
Ohio.
to Texas. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Let me find out Ohio got them little cute little boy like that.
Yeah. Gotta go to the right places.
So tell the audience what you're working on next.
So next, I'm thinking we're either gonna drop an EP, another single, or something like that. We definitely have a few in the works. One I like right now, I think, is Gravity. It's just pretty much about a breakup and how gravity can't pull you back together, and how the female kind of reaches her pride because she's like, all right, all this stuff aside, like, I miss you, like, and so it just talks about how gravity is, and then you feel the space between the two people and you just feel the distance. So it kind of goes into depth about that, and I'm super excited for that one.
Okay, Liquid, Gravity, yeah.
Yeah.
All works together. I need to be playing your music when I find me a man. I'm just saying.
This one's a sad one though, so you might get in your feels for Gravity.
That's pretty good. So if you wanted someone to reach you for like concerts and things like that, where could they reach you?
So you can, all my social medias is Jaida_Aneese. That's JAIDA_ANEESE. And then I have a link in my bios, which will take you to all my other links, websites, whatever, which leads to emails and everything else that would be needed. So that's where you can find me.
Oh, well, thank you so much. And thank you so much for coming on to my show today. I am truly blessed to have you here in my presence.
Thank you so much for
because I
having
really
me.
Yeah, I do believe that you are a shining star and you will go far with this song and more future endeavors to come. So we're going to go ahead and leave out with the song Liquid, Miss Jaida Aneese's video. And again, give them your contacts one more time before we leave.
That's JAIDA_ANEESE.
All right, that's Miss Jaida Aneese, and here is her first single. I feel like she's my baby. Her first single, Liquid, and it's out wherever music is sold. And she's a big TikTok sensation, over 15 million followers on something she did on TikTok. So go check her out and support her. Make sure you download her song and her next coming song called Gravity.
Yes, thank you.
You're welcome.
Something about the way we click, something new. The attraction, goofiness when you come through. Shirt off your back, last bite of food. You my baby, nobody comes close to you. I'm so addicted, vibes when we kick it. Vibes when we kick it. Swear you the slickest, body turns to liquid. Body turns to liquid. I'm so addicted, vibes when we kick it. Vibes when we kick it. Swear you the slickest, body turns to liquid. Body turns to liquid. Can't get enough, I really want. Right beside me, my shotgun. Wanna hold you all night long. Sing you to sleep to my song. Like baby, go to sleep. I'm so addicted, vibes when we kick it. Vibes when we kick it. Swear you the slickest, body turns to liquid. Body turns to liquid. I'm so addicted, vibes when we kick it. Vibes when we kick it. Swear you the slickest, body turns to liquid. Liquid.
I'm so addicted, vibes when we kick it. Yeah, you the slickest, body turns to liquid.
I'm so addicted.